They got her, ladies and gentlemen, gunned in the drawer. They gunned her down in the street like a horse with a broken leg, let me tell you. I'm talking about the queen of Galaxy Heroes, currently dripping with the black and orange armor from head to tippy toe. Fennec Shan. Boy, aren't they quick when there's a bug or something not working in CG's here. Oh boy, you better believe they're fast to fix it. We'll go on a little rant about that. But I've been getting a ton of questions, all theatrics aside. Will the bounty hunter counter still work up against Lord Vader? As you guys know, Fennec Shan is amazing for leading bounty hunters to beat Lord Vader, putting Lord Vader in a position where he is one of the most off-meta countered Galactic Legend game. Pretty much one of the golden rules of Galaxy is if you want to succeed, don't use a Galactic Legend against Lord Vader. Unless you just don't have a Traya, you don't have Imperial Troopers, you don't have Bounty Hunters. Beskar Mando, as we showed a while ago, kind of in a Sith Eternal situation. But Sith Eternal doesn't have a dedicated team, and he's a lot easier to get. So that's why Lord Vader's being clowned around. But what's going on right now is that Fennec Shan was, let's say, getting a little carried away with the amount of armor shred she was applying. She should only apply 2 at most, right? She applies 1, and then if she's got seasoned veterans, she'll apply an additional stack. So she always should be getting 2. She was applying 4. So I'll give CG credit. This is a bug, and it did nerf her. The counter should still work, as we're going to showcase it, despite the concerns people are having, because it's a very accessible counter. You don't even need an Omicron to work, as we're going to showcase here. But let me just give you a few examples. So this is the update that happened yesterday. Here's the bug of Fennec Shan that inflicted an extra stack of armor shred. Okay, we're going to showcase that today. But you know how long this has been a bug in the game? For like years. But it wasn't working against CG's favor, so you know what? They could take their sweet time working on it. Or you guys remember the unending loyalty bug? Where Anakin would pretty much be unending loyalty, pretty much permanent unending loyalty to Negotiator. Well, it took them like 2 years to fix it, even though they knew about it. And the only reason why they fixed it, well, was because the Executor was coming to Galaxy Heroes. And we can't have Negotiator, a 2-year-old fleet, working against Executor. Funny how things work. I digress. Let me showcase what's going on. We've made tons of videos. We've done it tons of times on live streams. You've seen it before. Now things might be changing ever so slightly here. As you guys know, the Lord Vader meta, if you haven't watched the videos, it's evolved. The whole Piet, Darth Vader thing, old school news. Way too easy to beat. It's evolved to something like a variety of these teams. Watch the videos, check out the stream, where you want to get them all going as fast as possible, or else bounty hunters, they're just going to run a circle around you at the end of the day. Let's hop into battle, show you what's going to happen. And I don't think this nerf/bug fix isn't really going to be material in terms of altering Fennec Shan's capability of being a very viable bounty hunter. So here we go. Send them on into battle, and keep in mind again, no Omicron needed to pull this off. So if you have Zam Omicron, well, I guess you can put her somewhere else if need be. But as you guys know, this lineup is meant to try to get Maul going. Maul's gonna go. Mando's gonna step in for a moment. Always give the damage immunity to Fennec Shan because she's kind of the most important thing. All right, so we're gonna lose Mando. Totally fine. That's why I put damage immunity in her, because she is way too important. Her job is to take down Lord Vader. So we're gonna start this party up. Fennec Shan going a bit early. Contract already triggered, and that's why she is fantastic here. Again, I feel like you guys know about this at this point. You just gotta cleanse 20 debuffs off of bounty hunters or scoundrels, and Beskar Mando took care of that literally within 2 seconds at the beginning. We're gonna start working over on Maul. We're gonna go ahead, taunt up. Grief Karga should poke him in the face. Let's do, actually, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the snap. There we go. We're gonna stun Gare Bear. Very nicely done. Mando should get in here, and he did his job. Mando's one job is to get off Royal Guard. He can die. Kind of useless at this point. Fennec Shan basically is going to carry the rest of this. We're going to get rid of Maul. Goodbye. Maul's gone at this point. So the armor shred really doesn't come into play until we start putting it on Lord Vader and work on him at the very end. But you really, I would say you don't even really need the armor shred to make things work up against him. I mean, but if you want to have armor shred, you really only need like 2 maybe. 2, I mean 4 would be nice, and those are pretty easy to get. She'll get a lot of armor shreds out there still. She just won't get like 8, 12, 16, whatever it might be. We're stuck behind her. Just give it to Fennec so we can try to get our way through Gare Bear here. There we go. So now I'll probably start applying armor shreds. So at this point, she would normally apply 4. She's only applying 2. And again, not to clown on CG too much. That's kind of what the expectation was. You shouldn't be applying that much. All right, let's see if we can get rid of him. We got tons of offense thanks to our overconfident that we have her. Fennec needs to stay alive. Beskar Mando doing his work. And at this point, we just blitz down Lord Vader. Now, keep in mind, at this point, we should be having 4 stacks of armor shred, but we don't. But as you see, we're gonna be able to carry this on perfectly fine. Do a little Uno reverse card. I'm gonna get a little bit more armor shreds. At this point, we're pretty golden. 4 is enough. But of course, at this point, we would normally be having 8 because she was applying 4 instead of 2. She was doubling the amount that she had on her. We're gonna full send, and pretty much at this point, yeah, this would finish the job right here. So good news. I don't know if this was Siege's attempt to try to lessen the viability of this counter. I mean, I guess on paper it did, but maybe like 2% dropped in viability. Still, nonetheless, it did its job. I'll roll one more time for all those that don't believe in the way of the Analdoranians over here. Send that in just one more time to make the point pretty obvious. Again, we've ran this multiple times, multiple situations. We ran the Zam Omicron variant, Beskar Mando, the latest flavor of ice cream right now, just because he could step in and mess things up for Maul, since Mauls are trying to go really quickly. All right, we can lose normal Mando, but we can't lose Fennec Shan. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Maul's gonna probably kill Mando. He usually goes for Mando. Sometimes he does that, but hey, you know what? I got this. Little Grogu's just having a grand old time, laughing away when Maul's trying to pull off his jazz hands. There we go. Normally they go after Fennec Shan, but again, you know, usually got Beskar Mando to save Vosk or whoever else it might be. Usually it's just these two guys that might die off. Anyways, same drill. We're gonna go here. That's why I want to run it against, because sometimes it might be a little bit different of a turn order situation. We're gonna do that. Uno reverse card this puppy. Boss is gonna come in, and we're gonna get the stun on Gary. Very nicely done. We got our cooldowns jacked up. We're going to wait a little bit for it to come back around, but that's perfectly fine. We have to get rid of Maul. Goodbye. He's out of the picture. He's going to hit his ultimate hopefully shortly. It's funny how I say hopefully shortly. We're going to do that. Just keep working over on Gear Bear. All right. Hitting those damage over time. That's a watt. That's like an extra watt use besides getting Maul going. Lord Vader's going to hit that ultimate. Going on Boss. Can't kill off Boss. Way too durable. Let's get rid of him. There it is. All right, we're gonna poop. Let's do a reverse Uno card here. Oh boy, Watt's actually open. Let's cleanse up a little bit. Let's see if we can, you know what? I'm gonna start getting armor shreds going. Get that going. A little AoE, perfectly fine. I'm gonna just keep poking at Watt for right now. He's gonna probably pass tech over to Gary. Actually, we might be able to stop him before he does so. There we go. Very nicely done. We're gonna do basic over again. At this point, we can let Mando die. He's done his job. His job is only to get Royal Guard out of the picture, but we need to keep this girl alive. She is the primary foundation to keep this counter alive. And if she dies off, that's where things can go a bit south. So I kind of like that this is a little bit different than last time. We're gonna get some, let's see, we're gonna do some more armor shreds. So we got 4. Don't have a taunt quite yet. Let's do the swarm attack. Gary should be dead here in a moment. Again, he did his job. So again, this is messy, but I don't think it really had much to do with, I don't think this had much to do with the armor shred buff, or nerf, that they took place on him. Still gonna get the job done as we're seeing here. Uno reverse card, full send it, only 4 stacks of armor shred, and we don't even have Mando to help us out. Actually, I don't even think I need more of this. I think I'm just, you know what? No, we don't need, I'm gonna make the point you don't need a lot of armor shreds to pull this off. There we go. They're gonna do another AoE, totally fine. Do a reverse Uno card, that's my response to that. We're gonna do basic right here, and you can't get through Boss. There's no way in heck. I am a bit worried this is gonna win, but you know what? If it does, so be it. So even in this situation where Maul kind of had a different turn order, we lost Beskar Mando and Mando. We lost both of the Mandos. This still has such a high degree of consistency. As long as, one, you keep the damage immunity on Fennec the first time Beskar Mando has an opportunity, you're pretty much going to be golden, and the rest of the battle doesn't matter. And as you see, yes, we lost armor shreds. In these situations, we should have had like 8 or 16 in some of these battles, but nonetheless, she's getting work done, so fear not! This nerf was just a scratch, a chip on the shoulder for Fennec Shan. Bounty hunters are still killing it in Galaxy of Heroes. Now the question is, if their intent, if they thought the armor shred bug was the part of the problem, and it's still doing well, it's such a weird world we live in right now of Galaxy of Heroes. Off-meta counters were cherished, praised back then. Now we're like, are they gonna nerf this? I don't know what they're gonna do. CG's backed themselves in a corner, and I think this whole great nerf of 2021 thing set a horrible precedent for the game. And the whole thing that they sought out to do to stop off-meta counters, it just evolved into something else. Anyways, leave that like, comment down below, subscribe so you're not missing a thing, and most importantly, dang, it's great to be in the Empire today.